Reviewed them once and I'll review them again. It's time for Rule of 3 follow-ups, where the projects I found interesting before get a second look. This round of follow-ups continues with the anime version of Yu Yu Hakusho, which I previously stated was a show with an interesting plot and well-done character introductions. I'll be watching the rest of its first season for this review. How does the series hold up at that point? Here's my take. The animation and musical score still hold up tremendously. On the last day of catching up, I watched 10 episodes but never felt the music got old, and they didn't cheap out on the animation either, aside from reusing a few shots near the end of the Saint Beast storyline. I normally wouldn't binge as much as I did for this series, but the writing had me absolutely hooked. Last time was a good sampling of how they'd introduce characters, but the rest of the season goes beyond that. One thing that surprised me was Kurama and Hiei being introduced at the same time. Typically in anime you'll get either the central cast from the forefront, with maybe another added on much later, or have them join in one by one over the course of a season. Kurama was more of the same with Yusuke and the others introduced in the first 3 episodes. You see, or hear in this case, one side of him but then it's subverted in some way later on. Hiei's a bit of a different story. He's brought in as a villain, stays that way for his next appearance, and then he starts to turn around. That being said, I think they did that turn a bit quicker than necessary. He starts off the Saint Beasts episodes apprehensive to Yusuke and Kuwabara, but after a short exchange a couple episodes later, he's already warmed up to them a fair bit. Would have been more interesting to keep the viewers guessing a little while longer in my opinion. That's a pretty minor criticism all things considered, because there's plenty of things I fucking liked about this show's writing, such as Yusuke's never-ending resourcefulness, or Botan and Keiko actually getting in on the action so that they're not just walking exposition or a do-nothing love interest respectively. Kuwabara's growth has to be stated too. He starts the show as just some bully, but he's genuinely a good person who works hard and stays true to himself. Plus he loves kitties. Helping all of this is the actors playing these characters. They fit their roles perfectly. Will I keep watching? You bet your ass I will. Again, I typically wouldn't view 10 episodes of a show in a single sitting, but Yu Yu Hakusho is doing everything right and then some. The premise, storylines, characters, lack of filler, it's all there and I'm excited to see what happens going forward. My only regret is not getting into the series earlier, but I'll make sure to watch more and review each season to let you know what I think. That'll be it for this follow-up. I've been Skull902, thank you for watching and have yourselves a wonderful day.